the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. You are watching the Sandy J Show, and today is a beautiful day since the day of John the Baptist. The kingdom of God has suffered violence, and the violence shall always take it by force. Today's my daughter's birthday, so I want to give her a shout out. I want to give you a shout out, Daisha McCauley of Spelman College. I want to give you a shout out. Today's your special day. And I want to say hi to you. God bless you in everything that you're doing. We love you. We're not with you, but you have to know that God is with you. And of course, if you grew up around like Hillendale area, White Oak area, of course, you might know this face. And if you ever went to either Montgomery College or closer to Blair High School area, Silver Spring, you might know this face. Today, we've been talking about a topic from last week about women leaving their regular 9 to 5 jobs and starting their own businesses. And this trend seems to be really increasing in the United States. Actually, currently, 83% of women in America are saying that they want to leave their jobs and start their own businesses. 55% of women who have full-time jobs right now are also doing side hustles. So, what is the reason and why are women in America pushing so hard to start their own thing or be their own bosses or have their own businesses? They're looking for flexibility. They're looking for, some kind of promotions that they're not getting at work. They just tired of the regular 9 to 5 jobs and mean bosses and unreasonable bosses. They just tired. So today I have on the show a special guest. I have a special guest that I'm inviting to this show. And if you can see, she's a business entrepreneur. She's doing great. She has 2 locations in Delaware and also in Maryland, Montgomery County. She's doing amazing. And today I'm bringing her on. I'm wearing her band, if you can see. This belly band, it also comes with um this ointment. You rub it on your stomach before you wear this, and it burns fat on your stomach. I'm wearing it, as you can see, and you're going to hear from her, Lex Allure Beauty Spa. Okay, so in a minute we would have her on.
Hey everyone, it's Alexis Alexander, also known as Lexi, the owner of Alexa Laura Beauty Spa. I am glad to be on the show today. It's been a little hassle because
Hello.
hey
So
Sandy.
today we have a special guest, and she was supposed to be on last week, but she couldn't make it. And today we have the new CEO, the special guest who owns Lex Allure Beauty Spa. Um, she's on right now, and I think that if she can introduce herself, that would be great.
Hey everyone, my name is Alexis Alexander, the owner of Alexa Laura Beauty Spa. It's such a pleasure to be on the show today. I hope everyone can hear me.
Welcome, Alexis.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, I've been actually looking forward to um I've been looking forward to have you on this show, and I'm so excited, and I appreciate your time. I know you're really busy. So today I thank you so much.
You're welcome, and I'm glad to be here. I know it's been a hassle. I'm getting ready for
Okay, so Alexis,
for my grand opening. Let me take my glasses off. Yeah, so I'm getting ready for my grand opening. So it's just been super crazy, but it's definitely looking good. So we're on track and I'm here. So let's do it. Let's get it going.
Thank you so much. So, as you can see, I'm wearing your, I don't know how to call it, whether belly band or I'm not that I'm not into the beauty stuff, so I don't know your term. So if you can tell me how to call it.
It is a waist trainer. It's called a waist trainer. It definitely helps to suppress the appetite a little bit, slim you up, help you to lose some inches, uh, and definitely keep you looking good while you're wearing your clothes and you're out and about. So if you're looking to lose some inches from your waistline, that's definitely the to go to. Highly recommended, and definitely you will see a lot of results.
Thank you. And I have this. I have your lotion, the one you apply on the stomach. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, so that is the Lexalor's fat burner. It's a slimming cream. So basically, we have our clients or whoever likes to lose weight, work while they're working out. You can wear that. You can apply that cream. So it's a topical cream. It does burn. It's made with all natural ingredients.
Wow. Okay. Well, I've started using it. I know that, like, with my experience, what I realize is that once you rub it on and you put the waist trainer on, it actually you feel like a burn. You feel like a burn on the stomach, and that feels like something is working. So I've been really enjoying it, and I see a difference when I wear it. And you can actually wear it under your clothes, and you can also wear it on top if you're like walking around, and maybe if you're working out, you can have it either under your clothes to wear your normal clothes, and it doesn't even show. So that's what I like about it. And thank you so much for introducing me to this. I'm sure it will help women like me who are struggling with their stomach after birth. Once you haven't had the chance to have a tummy tuck yet, this is very, very helpful. So, Alexis, we were talking last week about um, women leaving the regular 9 to 5 jobs and starting their own businesses. And I think you've told me a little bit about your experience and why you left looking for jobs and chasing jobs and started your own thing. Can you tell us a little bit about it and why you started doing that?
Sure. So basically, this all started from when I was a little girl. Okay, I've always been super ambitious, very active. Um, my mom had me in pageants, Miss Teen USA, stuff like that. So I was very, very active and involved with my school, my community. And I feel like it's more of a personality trait for me because I don't like being told what to do, first of all. So I feel like people who have a sense of their own direction and know what they, and no offense, not to take this out of context or anything like that, but like when you know what you want to do in life, you're never going to be happy if you're not doing what you love and what you're passionate about. So as a teenager, I wanted to work just because I wanted to work and make my own money.
Mm.
Um, and I found out that it was not successful for me. Going from job to job, I didn't like it. And I felt like, you know what? What am I going to do as an adult? Am I going to go from job to job or and live like this and work check to check? And I knew that's not what I wanted to do. So being so that I have always been into beauty and fashion, I said, you know what? I might as well do what I love and start, doing beauty. Like from makeup, I started off as a makeup artist. Then I started doing lashes when I was in college. So I was making a decent amount of money. I attended the Lincoln University, and I was doing everybody's lashes and makeup on campus. So that's how I started. From that, I was providing services in my home. And then I felt like I didn't want everyone knowing where I lived. So I went and got a salon suite, which is like a 600 square foot, maybe less than that, like an office, like a room. And from there, we just grew. I attended, after my bachelor's degree, I had attended to get my master medical esthetician license. Just because I felt like, okay, if I'm going to do this professionally, I might as well get some extra training, classes. So that's what I did. And I started adding more services uh, to my business. So now we have a variety of trendy services that we offer, from lash extensions, cosmetic tattoos, microblading, the non-invasive procedures like lip fillers, cavitation, radio frequency. It's just the list goes on and on and on. But yeah, we're expanded. We're working with other stylists and professionals, estheticians, and it's doing really, really good. And I'm glad that I betted on myself and I took the risk and jumped out there with starting my own business. I don't regret it at all. And not on top of that, I can make my own schedule and still make time to spend with my family. So that's definitely a plus. On top of that, I can make my own schedule and still make time to spend with my family. So that's definitely a plus. On top of that.
So, Alexis, I have a question for you though. I mean, many people I know in your many people like who have some skills and want to start their own thing have this same question I'm about to ask you, because sometimes people want to start things but they don't have the resources. So when you were starting, did you have the resources, like money? How did you get money to start? I mean, like you said, you didn't want people to know your address or your home, so you had to get a small place or whatever to start. I mean, like, what about those who don't have any resources? Like, what advice can you give to them? How can they start something small like you? Because some people want to do this same thing, but they're like, I don't want anybody coming to my home. I don't want to use my home address. You know, I don't want to be stalked or anything by any customer. So, what advice would you give to anybody who wants to venture into a business?
Well, there are so many resources. It's 2024. This is the age of the internet. There's everything on the internet. Anything that you're looking for is on the internet. Um, I would definitely recommend, once you find out what field you're interested in, pursuing. I would definitely recommend doing some research, learning about that field. say for instance, now if you are practicing like to be a dentist or something like that, and you want to open up your own practice, there are steps that you have to take. You have to apply for us to go to school, and from there you learn how to, do what dentists do. So definitely there are resources like financial aid that can help. And say, for instance, you might have exhausted your financial aid pursuing another career. I feel like they're also you can take like an internship, like working side by side with a dentist. You can start off that way and learning from them. But as far as like opening up your own business, I definitely did have a side job.
Mhm.
So I feel like if you can be disciplined and know where your money goes, um, that's definitely starters, because a lot of people, they want to do these things, but they don't have any financial, they're not disciplined financially. They spend their money going out to eat all the time instead of investing into their dreams and their goals. So now that's like you're procrastinating,
Mhm.
or it's
That's
taking
deep.
longer than,
Mhm.
than it's supposed to. So definitely being disciplined, staying focused. Um, I would say if you do have a job, to work that job and save some money for your business, for sure. If you're wearing $800 hair, maybe you might want to bump that down to $100 hair. If you're if you have an expensive habit, or you like to go out and party and drink every Friday, maybe you drink one Friday out the month. It's definitely all about discipline. But doing your research and taking out time. Like,
Right.
I know people have kids. If you can work a 9 to 5, then you should also be able to find, time later on in the day after work to pursue your career or whatever goal it is that you're interested in. So it's all about being dedicated. It's not easy. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's easy. I make it look good, because the
Wow.
dentist industry, we're supposed to look glamorous, but it's not easy. It's all about how bad you really want it. So if you really want it bad enough, you will
Right.
find a way and make a way. It's all about how bad you really want it. So if you really want it bad enough, right.
So you're trying to say that there's no excuse in giving excuses and saying, hey, oh, I can't do this because I don't have the money, or I can't do this like because I have kids, or I can't do this because I don't have that degree, or I can't do this because I don't have that. So you're saying that there's no excuses for anybody. So do you think that everybody has their ability to be an entrepreneur? The reason why I'm asking is that I personally think that not everybody can be an entrepreneur. I mean, I think that um to be an entrepreneur, or like be your own boss, you have to have a good leadership skills too. Like you're saying, you have to be able to discipline yourself. But I feel like some people, like people also make people feel like they can actually start their own stuff because maybe they think you're having it easy. They see you and they think, if you can do it, then I can do it too. But you have to look at some of the character traits that you have to look at yourself and see if you are that person um that can actually have your own business or not. Do you agree with me on that, or not, because I just think that some people just rush and they think they can just be CEOs or be whatever, but they don't take the time to educate, like to invest in themselves. Whatever, I think whatever that you need to do, you need to educate yourself. I'm not necessarily saying okay, you have to go to an expensive school or something for that, but I think you need to either you find somebody, like what you said, your point, like be an apprentice to somebody, like humble yourself and learn something from somebody before you think about starting your own thing. Like you can't just get up and just think, oh, because this person is doing this, I looked on YouTube and somebody showed me this, so I can just do it. What do you think about that?
Most definitely, especially being so that we're in an era where women are allowed to work, start their own businesses, and you may be looking at other fellow women like, oh my God, she's super successful and she's doing her thing. She's a boss. She's a diva. I want to be like her. But they are forgetting that we're only posting, majority of the time, people are only posting themselves at their best. They're not showing you what they had to go through in order to become successful. Say, for instance, now let's look at Jeff Bezos. When he first started, where Amazon started and where? In his garage. He couldn't even afford a warehouse. But a lot of people don't really pay attention to that. They pay attention to how wealthy he is now. That's when they start to pay attention, when you're shining, like I feel like if you're not disciplined, if you're not ready to give it your all and go out there and be without sometimes and sacrifice, make the necessary sacrifices in order to get ahead and be successful, then it doesn't make sense. You're just wasting time. Some people are good with following directions, taking orders, clocking in, clocking out every day, taking a check at the end of the night, at the end of the week. I apologize. Yeah, but I'm not okay with that. I've never been okay with that. I'm my goal is to make money in my sleep, which with my merchandise, like the waist trainer, people have the ability to go online, go to my website and order it. I could be sleeping and they're making a purchase, they're making a sale, or they're ordering, or they're buying services and scheduling appointments for weeks away. You know what I mean? So like, it just all depends on who you are. I don't feel like everyone is fit to be an entrepreneur. That's why people work and have jobs. We need somebody to work the job. So definitely, no, I don't believe that everyone was made to be an entrepreneur. I feel like it's a great thing to be. Yes, for sure. Especially in today's economy, you need to have more than one or two incomes just to survive. So I feel like it's definitely good to have a skill, which doesn't mean that you have to be a boss or you have to own a business. You can have learn an extra skill so that you can have more than one income. Yes, I do believe that. I believe everyone should have more than one skill. Which doesn't mean that you have to be a boss or you have to own a business. You can have learn an extra skill so that you can have more than one income. Yes, I do believe that. I believe everyone should have more than one skill.
Okay. So you're just saying that everyone should have like more than one skill. So apparently like everyone should have a side hustle. Is that what you're saying? Or the other skill doesn't necessarily have to be a side hustle. Like it just has to be um Like you just have to learn a second something just in case. Is that what you're saying? Like I just want you to clarify that.
I feel like in today's world, today's economy, you need to learn more than one thing because one minute a certain um say for instance a job, like look at how AI is taking over jobs. You can't predict the future. You can't predict the future. You never know what's gonna happen. One minute stock is up, the next minute stock is down. Like you have to have something else that is working, just more so of a backup, just in case. Look at how many restaurants have shut down after COVID. Look at how many businesses shut down after COVID. How about if that was your main source of income? Now you're without a job. But when you have more than one, you will always be okay.
That's so true. So many of them. So many of them. Yeah. Mhm. Right. Right. That's so true. So many of them. So many of them. Yeah. So, I mean, like, I think that with COVID, also a lot of think like people have thought deeply into a lot of needs, and so a lot of things have emerged, and that has even increased the level of entrepreneurship, and especially like with women, we really um see a need for flexibility, especially like when we saw how COVID gave some flexibility. I remember working um working in DC and traveling 2 hours one way, 2 hours coming back. So basically 4 hours, like park my car, catch the train, um, and in all that process, it takes me like 2 hours. So asking for, let's say, can I have maybe Fridays remote, like work remotely? And they refused at that time. But when COVID came, they were still able to find a way to make people work remotely. So it means that there were resources there already, but they just made it difficult for people to work. And sometimes, what do you think about, like, even sometimes people going to work, people don't know the domestic things that they have to also come back to, like if you have kids, right? I'm not saying kids should be an excuse, but if you have like a lot of people have two, three, four kids, and it's difficult to like come back late. Maybe you get home like around 7:38, and then you have to help them with homework and feed them, and then get ready for the next day. By the time you're done, it's about 12 midnight, and then you have to sleep, wake up again like 5 a.m., get ready, go to the train station, park your car or whatever, or if you have to drive, and then it's taking you over an hour, which is like maybe almost 2 hours to get to work. By the time you get there, you're already tired. So can you see the deterioration of a person who routinely is doing this every day for years?
Yeah, that's definitely. I feel like,
Especially like you being
and
a
there are
beautician, I'm sure you have something to say about this.
Can you repeat that?
Is doing this every day for years.
Yeah, that's definitely. Can you repeat that, Sandra?
Like you being a beautician, I'm sure you have something to say about that.
Can you repeat that?
I'm saying that you being like a beautician, like a cosmetologist, um, you probably have something to say about that, doesn't it? Tear down a woman who routinely has to have all of this task.
Definitely. Like I said again, like be lifing. Like it's and it's definitely hard. I wouldn't call it a distraction, but definitely I feel like it's so process of you trying to reach certain goals because you have other priorities and our kids are priorities, you know. So I don't have 3, 4, 5 kids, but definitely I'm thinking if I was in that situation, I would definitely try and gain the support of my community, of my family, my friends. And that's when you really know who's in your corner. Um, See, I did a lot of things with my business. I was basically playing every role in my business: the assistant, the marketer, uh, the worker, the employee. I was everything. So I feel like I definitely had a good family support, which made it easier for me to go out and hustle, you know. But definitely trying to use, you
The
know, use the
bookkeeper.
resources around you. I
Okay.
feel like I definitely had a good family support, which made it easier for me to go out and hustle, you know. But definitely trying to use, you know,
The bookkeeper.
resources around you. I feel like I definitely had a good family support, which made it easier for me to go out and hustle, you know. But definitely trying to use.
So, I was just listening to you, but it looks like you cut you. I, cou- it looks like you're ending your conversation in regards to um the fact that if a woman has to continuously you know perform these tasks every day, that means that their bodies are deteriorating. Also, it's not good for mental health. um a lot of women deteriorate in their mental health because of this kind of living. And I think that we've seen that a lot of women had to deal with mental breakdown um because of too much stress. And Alexis, do you think that women in America overwork um and don't have that much family support like other countries? Is that something that maybe we could extend this topic to talk about, in the sense that we don't, like, women in America don't get that much family support or community support as much as other women in other countries do have? Because I remember when I had my twins, people were like, "Oh man, if you were like in Nigeria or some other country or Ghana or somewhere, like you will not lift a finger. Everybody would take care of you. Everybody will serve you. Everybody, like, you don't have to do anything. Like, I had people say that all the time, but I personally never experienced that. It was a C-section. I couldn't even lift the car seats, and mostly like I had to have like I try to contact different health resources in my community, and there was nothing available that time. There were no even like doulas. Now there are doulas, so people can get help. But even with the doula, I'm not sure insurance is covering it. I just saw just this year that that the government was trying to approve some form of doula help through Medicaid. And but then back then there was nothing like that. There was nothing like that. So I remember calling different churches and asking if somebody could just help me, even to go for doctor's appointment, come in, help pick the car seats, put them in the car, go with me so that they can leave the car seats for us to go for doctor's appointment. But is it like something like a lack of community support to women in America? Is this something that you think we can talk about? Since we only have only few minutes for this program, I think this is something that we can look into, whether this is this is really needed for women in America to have a way to support each other, that we share a lot in common than we think, that we really we need to be there for one another more than we think. But so it's not even good for a woman to tear down another woman, because we have a lot of things that we need to discuss in our community as a support to women. What do you think about this?
So I definitely believe that United States of America has a system where it makes it very hard to do a lot of things, especially a lot of families that are not there are a lot of families that are Hawaiian. Like, say for instance, Africa or India or Asia, a lot of the families there are together. Um, so it's not a two-parent household where the man takes the responsibility of providing and protecting. So here in America, there are a lot of families that are not together. They're it's looking based on the tracking type of thing, or the community is carrying some weight on her shoulders. So it makes it very, very hard for her to take care of herself and the things she has to do to maintain her mental, physical, and everything else. Like, I definitely think with all the jobs that we have here in America, especially in not all the children and everything, definitely was so hard. But I feel like if more nations stick together, the culture here in America is not the community raises an apple, not to make a point where people you go visit your neighbor or your friend, or people will have crazy work hours, working double, triple time.
Yeah, so Alexis, it looks like your internet, your it looks like your connection is having a robotic sound.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Alexis, it looks like your internet, your it looks like your connection is having a robotic sound. Okay. Okay, so Hello. So you're back on now.
Okay, great.
Your sound was having a lot of um it was having a lot of robotic sound. So
Okay.
our viewers, I know you probably couldn't hear what she was saying. So we're bringing it back on to continue what she was saying in regards to the fact that women in America really don't get that much support. And I think that um one of the things that I laugh, and I've seen that a lot of women are also making comments about that, is when a man asks a woman in America that, what do you bring to the table? you know um I think that's a very rude thing for men to think, what do you bring to the table? Because um women in America have to do a lot, and I think they overdo it. It's just too much. So Alexis, just continue talking about what you were saying, because it was like robotic, so we weren't hearing you. So if you can repeat some of the things that you said.
Okay, so yes, I definitely do see a lot of that. What do you bring to the table here in America? And I'm going to answer that for anyone who's watching that wants to know what I have to say about it. I just bring myself to the table. Okay, that's it. I'm not going to try to tell you, oh, I feel like I am the table already. You know what I mean? So I add to anything that I'm involved in, whether if it's friendship or relationship. But I'm not coming into the relationship with masculine energy. I'm not going to do that. I feel like I believe a man is supposed to provide and protect, and a lot of the other cultures in other countries, they understand that, they get that. Maybe the bills may not be as
I
high
like
as
that.
the United States, but I feel like at the end of the day, it's okay. I love being independent, but at the same time, I definitely want my man to lead the household. I don't feel like I don't need a man. I need a man. I love a nice, strong man, a family oriented
Yeah.
man. I love a man that's, um, like what do they call it? When you're old school, like I like that old school love, that traditional love, like where the man is the head of the household and he protects and he provides. Now, whatever the woman does, of course, women is in our it's in our DNA to be nurturers. You understand? So I feel like already for us to be mothers, to be the mom of the household, that's a job in itself. So now when you have women working 2 and 3 jobs, coming home and taking care of kids, cooking, helping with the homework, cleaning, that's like you're a job away from work, and I feel like definitely, I don't like that personally.
Right.
I wouldn't wish that on any woman because our bodies are not built for that. Okay, so that's why now, after a certain age, women experience high blood pressure or early menopause and stuff like that because our bodies are not equipped to handle so much stress. So me, I love the soft life. I love being able to do my thing as far as like with my business and my career and everything like that. But I rather take, be able to say, hey, I don't have to work so hard when I have a man and, him be the provider and do the things that he needs to do. At the end of the day,
Mm.
most women are working, so you can't say that women are lazy because we're not. We've shown that time and time again that we're not lazy. So it's not about it being lazy, but just taking off some stress. I don't like to stress. I feel like stress shows on the skin, it shows on the face, it shows up in your mental, in your mind. It shows up in so many different ways, and stress is the number one killer in America, in the world. stress will do it. So I definitely believe, like, I hate that question, honestly. What
Like
do you bring to the table? Because already it's set in stone that a woman is supposed to respect a man is supposed to love a woman. It's in the Bible, if you want to be technical. From the beginning of time, men are supposed to be providers and protectors, period. So I feel like if we have more men that definitely would step up and do this, this will allow women to live in their femininity instead of being so masculine. Women only become masculine, aggressive, rude, or mean when they have so much that they have to do, when they have too much on their shoulders, when they're bearing too much. How can a woman be feminine if she's consistently stressed out? you know so yeah, like, I'm not, as far as when there's a man in the picture, I'm not lifting up a finger. My, I'm not doing that. I barely do that now. I rather do something, but I'm not fixing the car, getting under the hood, or like, just doing so much. Like, that's just, we're not made for that. I just rather
mm,
and be able to cater to my husband, or just be nice and
mm.
girly and pretty, take care of myself, and so that he knows that his wife looks good.
This is
Like, I'm not, as far as when there's a man taking care of the kids, having the energy to take care of the kids. Like, you can't even come
I
home
like
and
that.
say,
I
hey,
like that. And
like, sometimes you want to take the kids out and have a good time, but you can't even do that because you don't even have the energy. So I don't feel like that's, I don't like that. So if any man is watching, if you ask me what I bring to the table, just know that it's just over right then and there. Yeah, honestly. And then also, when you look good, you feel good. It's an energy, a magnetic energy about you that draws people to you. You can walk into a room and
right,
brighten up the room. Like,
right.
yeah. But definitely, America, the system is set up for us to have families divided, and also for women to be very masculine.
Okay, so I mean, this is bringing up a topic, right, right.
So I know there's another question that I've had people ask me as well. Um, would you date a poor guy, or would you date a poor loyal guy, or a rich cheater, or something like that? What I
So
believe.
that is what a lot of that is what a lot of some black organizations are trying to fight. And so that's what I don't agree. So that is what a lot of that is what a lot of some black organizations are trying to fight. And so that's what I don't agree. Like what I was saying is that I don't agree to um certain things, like when people think that like you're supposed to like just multitask and do everything as a woman. I think that like when it comes to separating our families, like the system is made such that at some point people just get so exhausted and tired of pushing for relationships that they want to just separate. The system does not basically support us, even as Black people. Um, with the way, like, the women have to work so hard. Why is it that if you look at the Muslim communities, they are able to sustain their women, but that is not the case when it comes to us. So I think that what you're saying is really, really true. I personally don't think that I'm in for all that, like, you know, all the independent. You know, I like to be independent in the sense that I like to have my own lifestyle or business or whatever. But I don't think that when it comes to playing a role at home, I don't want to be the one to lead either. I want the man to be the one to lead. But you don't it's not easy with men doing, Black men especially in America, doing that. And I don't understand the reason why they don't. But that will be a topic for another day. That will be a topic for another day, Alexis. You brought up some amazing topics that we need to discuss in our
Exactly.
next show.
Okay.
But um I I want you to tell our viewers, like, if they want to maybe order some of your stuff, or your come to your shop or whatever, if you can give them some information about your business before we
Okay.
go.
Okay, so for all my women out there that work hard and need to take out time for themselves, because self love is the best love, you can definitely visit my website at lexallurebeautyspa.com. So that's LEXALLURE, beauty, BEAUTY, spa at gmail.com. You can follow us, our social media handles on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, Threads. It's the same thing, Lexalore Beauty Spa. We have a location in Maryland, Gaithersburg, Maryland, which that's where I'm at right now. I'm in my office. And we also have a location in Wilmington, Delaware. We do have our grand opening coming up April 7th and 8th. So it's 2 days. So if you can't make one, you can make the next one. But everything will be on the website and on our social media. So yeah, definitely tune in, check us out, order some products, and take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, who will? All right. So summertime is approaching us. So definitely get your waist trainers and your slimming creams. And yeah, give us a call. And we also have a location in Wilmington, Delaware. We do have our grand opening coming up April 7th and 8th. So it's 2 days. So if you can't make one, you can make the next one. But everything will be on the website and on our social media. So yeah, definitely tune in, check us out, order some products, and take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, who will? All right.
Yes.
So summertime is approaching us. So definitely get your waist trainers and your slimming cream. And yeah, give us a call. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much for coming on this show. You're actually my first guest on this show, which is very historic. And I look forward for us continuing this discussion another time. I thank you so much for your time, and I bless your shop. I was hoping to make it to the grand opening in Delaware. But if you are in Delaware, I'd like you to go there to Lex Allure Beauty Spa in April. She mentioned the date, I think April 7th. Yeah, and support her. Women, you need to go and support her. Okay. I know that some government entities are going to come over to also support her business. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I mean, you would see what this young girl has done in that shop. And if you're in that area, I'd like you to go and support her. If you're in Gaithersburg, Maryland, I want you to also go to her shop in Gaithersburg. Thank you so much for your time,
You're
Alexis.
welcome.
And
Thank you so
you
much for having
have
me.
a beautiful day.
You too. Thank you so much, Sandra, for having me. I really appreciate it and definitely look forward to what's coming in the future. Gotta go. You too. Thank you so much, Sandra, for having me. I really appreciate it and definitely look forward to what's coming in the future. Gotta go.
So, if you watched our show today and you have any recommendations, you can always email me at thelovelightretreat@gmail.com. LOVET retreat LOVERETREAT @gmail.com. The TH. Okay. So the love light @gmail.com. You can also email me at sandyjmusic.com. SANDYJAYMUSIC.com. Thank you for your time. Have a good week. Bye bye. LOVET retreat.